Lately, I've been realizing that this season of life, the one where the nest is empty and life suddenly feels unfamiliar, has been teaching me things I probably would have never learned if I hadn't forced a pause. Hey, my friends, welcome in. I'm K.Noiree, and I'm glad you're here. After sharing my last video, I was genuinely overwhelmed by how many women said they were also navigating their own season of starting over. And in the comments, Keisha Morgan 8004 said, "It's beautiful to see me back on my channel being vulnerable." And I think that that's exactly what I want this channel to be, a place where we can all be real about resetting. And I think that's why I wanted to continue this conversation from last week, because many of us, I do feel, are quietly trying to figure out what this next chapter is supposed to look like. For so long, I think I believed, and maybe many of you believed also, that slowing down uh, may mean that we are falling behind. Like we're always needing to be fixing something, producing something, carrying something. But honestly, I am beginning to realize that slowing down is sometimes the very thing that helps me reconnect, and I think all of us reconnect with ourselves again. I think one of the biggest lessons this season has been teaching me is that growth doesn't always look loud anymore. One thing I've been trying to protect more intentionally lately is peace. Even small things like, not reaching for my phone the moment I wake up, and starting my day being present with gratitude. I try to pretty much every morning before my feet hit the floor, I am saying, Lord, thank you for blessing me to wake up this morning and to see another day. And I ask Him to, protect my loved ones and keep them safe, keep us safe from all harm and danger, throughout the day. So that is how I start my day before my feet hit the floor. And I'm very, try to be just very present and just pay attention to the small things, around me. Like I like to, watch or listen to the birds waking up to, chirping. You can hear them chirping. I am a bird watcher, don't judge me, but I like to sit on and watch the birds. I don't know. It's just something very peaceful about it to me, starting my day. So I try to do that. And like I said, I want to be sure that I start my day, spending time with God first, giving Him that time. So that is what I do the first thing every day. Creating quieter mornings and setting the tone for my day allows me space to think before the noise of the world starts. I think many of us are realizing that peace doesn't just happen accidentally. Sometimes we have to intentionally create space for it. Carolyn Clark 7567 left a comment that really stayed with me. She said she had to reset after losing who she was, but now she's back with more focus and peace. And that really touched me because I think so many women spend years surviving and pouring into everyone else and everything around them that eventually we wake up wondering where we went, who are we? We feel lost. I know I went through a phase last year, um, full transparency, that I literally thought that I just didn't know who I was anymore. I just lost myself. And so it sent me into this space of really being silent. And I'm also learning that protecting your peace requires boundaries. I'm learning that no is a complete sentence. I'm choosing what to let back into my space and what stays out. And that hasn't always been easy for me. I think healing becomes different at this stage of life. It's less dramatic, more intentional. And sometimes healing simply looks like becoming softer with yourself while you rebuild and knowing that that is okay. And honestly, part of that rebuilding for me has been taking better care of my physical self too. And I want you all to know I've definitely seen all of your comments and questions about the spoiled child collagen. And I know many of you have been asking for an update and I also have noticed that you guys have been having some good conversation down in the comments, and I was replying to many of those over my absence since I haven't been on YouTube. I still was making sure that I, um, replied and commented to what you guys were asking questions about. So I promise in the very next video, I am going to be doing a deep dive, and I'm going to try to answer all of your questions. I know I won't be able to answer all of them. Let me not make that promise. Let me scratch that. But I do have many that I do want to answer. I've gone through, and I want to try to touch base and give you an update on where I am with the sport collagen and just collagen in general, and try to answer, again, some of your questions. So please definitely stay tuned for that because it's coming. Next video. And maybe that's what this season is really about. Learning that rediscovering yourself doesn't always happen loudly. Sometimes it happens quietly, one peaceful decision at a time. So, my question for today is, what has the season of life been teaching you lately? Let's talk about it down in the comments. Can't wait to see what you guys have to say. And if this video resonated with you in any way, I really would appreciate you liking, sharing, and leaving a comment down below, because it really does help reach other women who may want to join this conversation. And also, lets YouTube know that I'm back. It helps in the algorithm to kind of push it out there so people can see it. So please do that only if you feel like you want to. And don't forget to check out the community tab over on my page, and, check out those comments and post and reply. I try to, do some posts a couple times a week to let you guys know what's going on and where I am, some encouragement, motivation, behind the scenes sometimes, upcoming things, and just thoughts. So I'd love for you guys to join me over there. So don't forget about that. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for being here. And as always, let us choose joy in the way that feels real to us. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.